All right, let's get started. This will be day one for Awesome Apey Orb. So, just to, I won't talk a whole bunch unless somebody's here, but essentially, I've created a VR camera rig. I have my Quest 2 plugged in that I'll be using to test, and that's pretty much it. I can start it and I can get in there, but there's really nothing yet. No controls, no rolling, no levels, nothing like that. So this is kind of ground floor. But so I believe the task now is to get some hand controllers working. Let's see if we can do that. So what would I need? I would need... Cool. And for those of you who are new to the channel, it's essentially going to be a candid experience of what it's like to be a game developer. I don't have this stuff planned out. I'm solving it on the go. It's supposed to be a little insight into what it's actually like to make a game. Not this like sort of, you see people just bust out 50 lines of code in 3 seconds because they've pre-rehearsed it. So yeah. Let's see. Hey, I don't know if someone joined the chat, but welcome if you did. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can grab something and rotate it. That'll be kind of the basis for a joystick. Let's just create a cylinder. Doop. Don't actually want the Y any smaller, but I do want the Z and X to be smaller. Cool. And let's go ahead and make this a interactable. Let me make sure that my hands have the correct. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, I'm using the, what is it called exactly, actually? It's called it's a new Unity package that's built specifically to be kind of cross-platform VR interaction. It's called the XR Interaction Toolkit. So I'm using that. That comes with a camera. It's called the XR rig. And it comes with 2 hands, and by default they're ray interactors, but I'm actually gonna do some interaction with my hands. So it looks like the right hand is already set up for that. This sphere collider needs to be a trigger, by the way. So let's get rid of that, we don't need it. Let's get rid of that, we don't need it. We won't need that ray interactor, but what we will need is a, what was it called, direct interactor and a sphere collider. Let's go ahead and make this radius 0.2 because I believe that's what it is on the other hand. Awesome, and remember we have to make it a trigger. Okay, very cool. So both those hands should work now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And what was it? You can track rotation, track position. So let's say for right now there's no position tracking, meaning it's not going to follow my hand when I grab it, but it will track the rotation. So we'll see if that works. It's just gonna float off because it's not attached to anything, but whatever. For now, at least. All right, 1 for each hand. Let's see if that works. All right, give me a second here. I actually have to set this up. Cool. For those of you who haven't used the Quest 2, it's very, very cool. Obviously, I would think so. I'm developing for it. Alright, sorry about that. Should have had that set up. Let's go ahead and shut this down for a second. Cool. And then let's start it again. Alright, we appear to have our first problem here. For some reason it is not displaying in the headset. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can get into my home here in Oculus. Yeah, it's working. It's acting as a... so I'm using Oculus Link, which will make this Quest act as a Rift, which is what I need to develop. But as to why it's not coming through, I'm not quite sure yet. In fact, what is it, just showing a black screen? Oh. That's funny. It's probably these... is my head inside this ball? Okay. That's probably what it is. Let's see. So I have this model set. Let's set this to none for now. No, I thought that's what it would be. It's not tracking. Weird. All right. Well, let's see if we can just get it to. Let's see if we can get it to track before I see if I can get it on my head. It's all part of it, I suppose. Has its track pose driver. Let's start just removing stuff in case it's messing something up. Let me check this. Oculus is set. This is set. I wanted to use OpenXR so I didn't have to rely on Oculus, but it's a little new to Unity. Okay. And in fact, let's go ahead and edit those out for a second. Let's make a new one. Just as a sort of a clean sweep. I had to use device-based. They have these action-based ones. Not sure what that is. Cool. And still a black screen. That's so strange. Let me take this tracker off. I'm just restarting some stuff. Sometimes that'll help, because I don't see anything wrong with it. Let me make sure this is started up. It might have just been that I had to start this up after I ran it the first time, and maybe that messed it up in some way. Alright, cool. So that's all running. Let's see if it does better this time. Yep, classic. Just the restart is all I needed. And why? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It must have had something to do with the initialization of this as a Rift headset as opposed to a Quest one. As you'll see, it's plugged in right here by USB-C. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can get back to where we were. Boop. Turn that off. Let's do a quick check just to make sure. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? I think mine. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. That works. Let's get the cylinders in there. Is there a keyboard shortcut for enabling and disabling an object in the hierarchy? Yeah, whatever. Alright, cool. Let's see if I can grab these little cylinders. Oh no, they're far away from me. Oh no, they hit gravity, that's why. No gravity. Ooh. Alright, I can't see my hands, but maybe I'll still be able to grab. There we go. Okay. Alright, good. Oh, the reason I'm making joysticks is I'm trying to, the way I'm envisioning it. So that looks good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that should do fine for now. The reason I'm going to make 2 joysticks is I'm trying to, I'm imagining it to where you're like in a ball and you have 2 joysticks here and you're controlling it. It should feel a little claustrophobic. Okay. Now I should probably make those actually lock to something, but the question is how, or what the best way to go about that would be. I might need to start getting into some programming here. Let's see. First, I'll put this a little closer. So there's a couple options as far as I see. I could do it programmatically and just kind of have it not really abide by physics or anything like that, but when I grab it, it just kind of takes on the rotation. Like I'm trying to use their XR interactable scripts, the ones that are pre-built for you, but I'm almost thinking maybe I could just write my own and it would be fairly simple. The other option would be, since I'm really only going to be interacting with one thing in this game, the other option I suppose would be to try to create some sort of like a, I think if I had a ball joint right here and another rod, and that rod had weight to it and that ball joint was stuck in place, it would sort of even itself out when you touched it, or like when you let it go, it would come back to center. And then the grabbing, maybe I could do with just let's see, that actually sounds kind of fun. So let's see if we can do that route. I don't know that that's going to work. I do know that programming it would work, but I'm not crazy familiar with the actual joint systems in Unity. Let's see. First of all, let's get rid of this guy. Let's work with just this one, as if it was just one stick that you're going to be holding. It's kind of annoying me that it's casting a shadow, so I'm going to turn those off. Let's call it joystick. Turn its mass down to 0.1. Let's for now create a little sphere. Oh my gosh, where is it? Okay, there we go. Make this 0.1. Let's child that to the joystick for easier positioning. Then let's put it down. What am I thinking here? This needs to basically, this does not have a collider. I'm not too worried about that. This is really just a visual indicator. I just need a joint to attach things to. I think it does actually need a rigid body though. We'll see. Alright, and then let's see what joints we have to work with. Hey, looks like somebody joined. If you have any questions about what I'm making or how I'm doing it, feel free to ask in the chat. I've got it right up. I can see it. But right now I'm trying to make joysticks for this Super Monkey Ball game. Or Awesome Apey Orb, as it's called. I just need a simple joint here. I don't need the 2D ones. What's up though? How's it going? The person who joined. You having a good day? This is what I was afraid of. I didn't want to use a character joint for this. It's a little too crazy, I think. This is making me want to just do it programmatically. Let's see what we can get going with the character joint here. What was even my, I'm trying to remember what even my goal was. First of all, let's get it out from under there. Let's connect it here. All right, let's see what that gets us. I see. Man, I'm rusty on this joint stuff. Okay, it's not bad looking. I think I can actually take a closer look here. Dang it. I'm trying to mess with the joint angles. Let's call it that. I think these other ones bigger too. I'm actually curious what would happen right now if I were to grab these. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's spinning out of control. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be the best way to do it. Alright, let's see. Think for a second here. I'm questioning if there's any way to change the way it interacts with, because it's not physically based. Like there's a joint connecting that ball in that rod, and when I grab it with the hand, it just totally breaks that. So it's changing it by transform, not using any sort of physics to do so. I'm wondering if I can change it to physics based instead. Hey, welcome. Let me know if you have any questions about what I'm doing here. But right now I'm trying to figure out the joysticks for the movement mechanic. Change transform parent. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to write my own script for this. I was trying to decide between using a like joint-based approach and using and if you don't know what any of that is, feel free to ask in the chat about it. But a joint-based approach or me scripting it specifically, and I'm starting to lean towards me scripting it just because I know I can get that done, and this has been kind of confusing. Yeah, this is annoying me, so I'm gonna go ahead and just program it up. Okay, basically, cool. So now onto a new task. What's the plan here? Let's see. First, I'm gonna make a scripts. Okay, cool. And then, so basically, I guess the way I'd want to program it is that the joystick will handle itself. It'll check if something has entered it, and then I'll work it out from there. But let's start with that, basically. And let's call it joystick. Cool. And if you don't, again, feel free to ask questions. It's just you in here, so. Okay, cool. There we go. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. Cool. So then what actually needs to happen? I guess there's a few things. Let's say understand when grabbed. So that will be like has hand entered space. Are they pressing some button that I decide on, but I think it'll be pretty obviously this one. Are they pressing the grab button? Cool. When grabbed, rotate to match hand rotation. Become ungrabbed when hand moves too far away. Okay, cool. So that kind of comes with a little bit of a few things are obvious from what has been said so far. One is that we're gonna need a transform to hold the hand, because I'm gonna need to be checking if it's if I've lost it or not. Transform hand. Cool. I'm not gonna say that you have to grab each joystick with left hand or right hand. You could probably just grab it with either, so we'll keep it generic instead of making it left hand or right hand. I'm gonna need an on trigger. Does it need to be enter or does it need to be stayed? If it enters, and then the question is, what do I make a hand script? And that hand script outputs events. Because I don't really need a hand script for it, really. All I need is the hand. It's getting a little tied up with two hands is always a problem. Okay. I'll be right back. Resolution was low. The resolution. Here, give me a second. Okay, do that. Okay. All right, we're back. Sorry, I just needed to check something. Stupid Jackie, stupid. All right, cool. You know, honestly, I think I'm probably making a bigger deal out of this than it needs to be. I'm just gonna check for input in here. Then the question is, how do I... I'm not used to the API, whatever input API Oculus has here, so let's see if I can figure that out. of your input, yeah. Cool, this looks good. Let's put it in update. Dang it. Do I not have that? Of course I don't. Why would I think that I would? Is there like a Unity Engine XR input something? What is this? Just give me an example. There's no way they're making it this complicated. I realize it's not crazy complicated, but I don't want 16 lines of code just to check a button. If a button was pressed, that seems a little ridiculous. It's been a while since I used just like the general Unity input. Let's see if we can find a Stack Overflow. And it's looking promising. I could always just import the Oculus package, but I don't really want to do that. Access 1D, secondary entry. Where would I even get that? Jeez. This is sad. This just doesn't make any sense to me. That it's just so much. Like, this is so much code. What is it? All right. Well, it's 5 o'clock, so I'll call it a day for now. I'm gonna figure this input stuff out so that it's less me figuring this out tomorrow. But we'll hit it tomorrow, 1 o'clock.